This channel is being excessively censored by YouTube and SPLC's pure liberal bias.
Warning.
This is not your safe space. Move along.
Now.
I'm Ethan Vorhatz. Police have been on the scene here near Kansas and Kearney for nearly 10 hours now.
We do have an arrest, but it is not in connection with this house. The police have been in the standoff with three people who were taken from the house earlier this afternoon, but we've since seen them walking along Kearney, and a police lieutenant just told me that they are not in custody. A large crowd gathering to see this, dozens strong. One of the people here came from Loveless's funeral.
Willie Haughton, the suspect in 2 Springfield homicides, is now in custody.
Yeah, Springfield police say shortly after they left the house on Bolivar Road, an anonymous tip led them
This all started yesterday morning when police and SWAT teams surrounded this home near Kearney and Bolivar Road after officers had to wait until 10:30 last night to search that home and found it empty.
That standoff ended, officers stopped this vehicle right here on Kearney Street, west of Kansas. Now, they thought Haughton might be in that vehicle.
We start today with an update on a big arrest in Springfield overnight. Willie Haughton, the man Springfield police have been searching for in connection with 2 homicides, is now in custody.
This is the house where Willie Haughton surrendered around 2 o'clock this morning. That came after an all-day standoff in northwest Springfield and a vehicle stop in that same area by police.
Out by their cars. They had assault rifles out. That kind of startled me at first, and I was like, really what was going on? I didn't know Mr. Haughton was there across the street from our house.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
We are watching what has become an hours-long standoff in North Springfield as police search for this man, Willie Haughton. Haughton is the man accused of killing 2 people in less than a week. I'm Lisa Rose.
I'm Ethan Vorhatz. Police have been on the scene here near Kansas and Kearney for nearly 10 hours now. Bobby Oler continues to cover this ongoing standoff for us tonight. Bobby, what's the latest?
We do have an arrest, but it is not in connection with this house. The police have been in the standoff with all afternoon. This arrest actually just happened a couple minutes ago in connection with this crowd that's formed here over to my right. At least 40 to 50 people here just watching this scene unfold. Well, just a few minutes ago, someone driving on Kearney Street flashed a weapon at them, a gun, and police say they have that person now in custody. He will be charged with unlawful use of a firearm. But as for this standoff itself, we are still very much where we were this time an hour ago. 3 people were taken from the house earlier this afternoon, but we've since seen them walking along Kearney, and a police lieutenant just told me that they are not in custody. One of them said that the tear gas woke them up when they spoke with us. Police are looking for Willie Haughton. He's in connection with the killings of Lance Lovelace and Robert Hewitt since last week, I should say. A large crowd gathering to see this, dozens strong. One of the people here came from Loveless's funeral. He says he hopes he's watching justice unfold for his friend.
He was had a wife and 3 kids, and he loved his kids, and now they're going to be missing them very much. And I think he needs to be put away for life.
Police do not know if there's anybody in this house still. This has been going on since very early this morning. And one police officer has been injured in this standoff by their own canine unit. That happened about an hour or 2 ago. He was taken away. The officer was taken away from the scene. We do not know that.
They got him. Willie Haughton, the suspect in 2 Springfield homicides, is now in custody. The manhunt ended just hours ago. Investigators got a tip and found him at home right here in the 3300 block of West Farm Road 148. Here's a look at the area here just north of Sunshine. You see Rutledge Wilson Farm right over here. This is just outside the Springfield city limits.
The Greene County Sheriff's Office tweeted this picture right after Haughton's arrest. That one right there. They grabbed him just after 2 a.m. And here's that mugshot as Haughton gets booked into the Greene County Jail. Jasmine Dell live in the neighborhood where deputies tracked down that suspect. And Jasmine, what are you learning this morning?
Yeah, Springfield police say shortly after they left the house on Bolivar Road, an anonymous tip led them to this house. Now, I just spoke with a neighbor who says that this neighborhood is usually pretty quiet, but this morning they woke up to the sound of police microphones calling for Willie Haughton. Haughton surrendered himself and was taken into custody. A neighbor says that they saw Haughton out in his yard yesterday, but they didn't know police were looking for him and that they've seen police at this house in the past. Haughton surrendered himself, or a neighbor We spoke to one of the victim's brothers who says having his brother's suspected killer in custody gives him relief.
If you would have known my brother, he was just, he couldn't say no to anybody because he had that heart, man. Like, I could see why he gave this guy a ride, not knowing him, you know, because he just wanted to help people, you know. That was my little brother. He was a helper, you know, that's what he was.
No other arrests were made this morning at this house. Haughton is in questioning. Live in Springfield, I'm Jasmine Dell.
Thank you, Jasmine. This all started yesterday morning when police and SWAT teams surrounded this home near Kearney and Bolivar Road. After several hours, Springfield police used tear gas to force 3 people out of that house, but no sign of Haughton. Officers had to wait until 10:30 last night to search that home and found it empty. The standoff lasted nearly 15 hours.
Shortly after that standoff ended, officers stopped this vehicle right here on Kearney Street, west of Kansas. Now, they thought Haughton might be in that vehicle. They did not find him, though. They did talk to 2 people they believe are his associates. Now, after they questioned those 2 people, officers reopened.
We start today with an update on a big arrest in Springfield overnight. Willie Haughton, the man Springfield police have been searching for in connection with 2 homicides, is now in custody. Linda Russell is live with more on where they found him in the 3300 block of West Farm Road 148, just west of Springfield city limits. Linda?
Yeah, this is the house where Willie Haughton surrendered around 2 o'clock this morning. I came after an all-day standoff in northwest Springfield and a vehicle stop in that same area by police that did not turn up their man, but they got an anonymous tip just after midnight that led them to this house. And since it's just outside city limits, the Greene County Sheriff's Office took on the search for Haughton here. Now, within 30 minutes to an hour of deputies talking to him over the bullhorn, Haughton surrendered and came out. Springfield police publicly announced on Tuesday they were looking for Willie Haughton in connection with the city's 2 recent homicides. Lance Lovelace was found dead on March 27th and Robert Hewitt on April 1st. So capturing him was a top priority for all law enforcement in the community. One neighbor got home from work just before Haughton's arrest to all the officers on his street.
They were all sitting out by their cars. They had assault rifles out. That kind of startled me at first, and I was like, you know, really what was going on? I didn't know Mr. Haughton was there across the street from our house.
And of course, police have said that Haughton is connected to these 2 homicides, but we're still waiting on formal charges. He was also wanted for violating bond on a domestic assault case, including letting his GPS tracking bracelet die. But officers finally were able to track him down here overnight.
Channel moderators are Jer Shax and Michael Thomas. Thanks for your diligence and dedication. This has been a T. Martin and RG channel collaboration.
Fight their asses.